Dr. And here, as if you couldn't fucking tell that from the fact that it says my username just below the video. Now, today I've got with me a very special guest here. You may have seen him before in several of my videos, which is quite a surprise really when you think about it, considering that it tends to be just me in my videos. But he is here today. He was going to be in the Dr. And radio, but unfortunately our voices sounded far too similar for you to be able to tell who was talking. So put your hands together for the local college teacher, Jack Strangford of Shropshire College. No, hang on. No, Shropshire College. No, actually, you were right the first time. What do you mean? Well, you see, it is located in Shropshire, but it's actually called Shropshire. Alright, that's quite interesting. So how did that name come about then? Well, from what I gather, the college got its name because it's located in Shropshire, and Shropshire is shite. So, hence Shropshire. Yeah, well, I suppose you must get a lot of people applying for Shropshire College though, mustn't you? Well, we do occasionally get applications for Shropshire College, but I usually just put those straight into the fucking bin, to be honest with you, mate, because well, either they're referring to a different college or they're wimps, frankly, and we've got no room for wimps in the media industry. Look, are you sure you don't want to sit down? Now, I think I'll conduct this interview standing up, because if I sit down as well, how are the audience meant to be able to tell who's Jack Strangford and who's the Dr. And? Okay, well, you've recently returned from quite a long sabbatical. We've had quite a few months off, and I was just wondering what happened. Well, actually, I was suspended from the college, and it was more of what a female student did to me. Well, let me explain, because it's a bit of a long story. Now, basically what happened is that one day I had to be in college very early for a meeting, and I thought to myself, well, I'm behind on some paperwork that I've got to do. I'll go in a couple of hours earlier and get that done when no one's around, you know. So I went in early, and as I was walking to the college, you know, I don't live too far away, I thought to myself, oh, this is a bit fucking boring, isn't it? So I decided, right, I'll run, you know, get there a bit quicker. However, the thing with me that you've got to understand is that I pretty much gave up on exercise the very day that I didn't have to do PE anymore. So, quite a few years ago now, and so by the time I got to the college, I was sweating like anything. It's only about 10 minutes from my house. So I had to go for a shower in the only place that actually has shower facilities, and that is of course the sports department. A bit ironic. And anyway, I you know, everything was going great. I went for my shower, got out, and apparently a female student saw my bollocks. I don't know how, because, well, first of all, the doors were locked, and also the college wasn't meant to open for another 4 hours. So, you know, what she was doing there 4 hours early, I don't know. Must have been one hell of a fucking lesson, that's all I can say. You know, although, fortunately, she has now been sent to jail and my name has been cleared. So, just goes to show you that justice prevailed in the end. Alright, so a bit of good news for a change, which doesn't happen very often under Conservative majority governments, does it? You are, of course, quite a distinguished college teacher, you know. Everyone talks about you all the time. And so I was just wondering who you look up to, really, as a sort of teaching inspiration. I wouldn't really say I've got any sort of teaching inspirations, the Dr. And I'd probably say that, you know, the way I see it, it's better to inspire people than be inspired by people. Okay? So, but if I had to choose one person, I'd probably say this guy who used to teach us English in about year 10, or it might have even been year these go up to 11, frankly. And yeah, basically he used to teach us English, and there were so many lessons with him where he'd let the whole class get away with absolute murder. You know, there were so many lessons where we do about 10 minutes work in an hour lesson. And I thought to myself, which was funny actually, because this guy was also the deputy head teacher. And I remember thinking to myself, I thought to myself, I've got to become a teacher, if only to make sure there's one less teacher like this in the teaching profession. And so I trained originally to become a school teacher, you know. But unfortunately I realised that actually brings back far too many bad memories of being at school, because that place was a fucking hellhole, to be honest with you, mate. And yeah, so I trained to be a college teacher and I love it, you know, frankly. You know, we even get to go out for a night out with them on the final day of college each year, so it's win-win. You know, can you say that about school students? No, you fucking can't. Right, fair enough. So how well do you think college actually prepares people for work in life? Well, not at all, really, because just give you one example. There was a guy who used to go to our college. He used to be on our... well, first he did a level 2, and then he did the level 3 after it. So it was a total of 3 years studying media. And yeah, I hadn't seen him in a few years, so I thought, oh, this guy was clearly passionate about what he was studying. I'll just give him a ring to get a bit of a, you know, a bit of an update, because we hadn't heard anything from him, as I've said. And he informed me that he'd spent a year unemployed, you know, and then he has finally got a job. You know, he's been spending the last 18 months as a fucking cleaner. So, you know, 3 years of studying something that he really loves and wants to make a career out of, and then he ends up mopping fucking toilet floors. So that's what college does to people, and it's fucking annoying. Does he do anything related to film during his spare time? Well, sort of. I mean, he does kind of make these YouTube videos, you know. He's got about, I think it was 150 subscribers last time I checked, and but the thing is, only about 2 of them actually bother watching his videos, you know. In fact, I wouldn't even be surprised if the only person who actually watches his videos all the way through are probably him when he's editing the fucking video. You know, it's quite a sad situation, really. If anything, it's pointless, I would even say. It kind of sounds to me like he's just doing it as a hobby at the moment, but he's hoping that, you know, he can sort of use this as a kind of portfolio of work to show a potential employer in the future. Oh God! Potential employers? Oh, in Shropshire? Oh, fucking hell. Oh, good one the doctor had, eh? Fucking hell. Oh, I haven't laughed like that in a long time. Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, well, call me Joe Pesci because I'm a funny guy. Now, you often claim to be the 3rd best college teacher in Europe and the 2nd best college teacher in the whole of the UK. So I was just wondering how you would know that. Yeah, well, it was quite simple, really. I mean, there was a poll done of college teachers all across Europe and the UK, and I came 3rd in the European poll and 2nd in the United Kingdom one. So, you know, that's how I know. Well, yeah, but the polls got discredited at the last general election, as well as after the EU referendum as well. Well, I suppose we should get 500 million people from 30 different countries to come down to the polling stations and vote on this matter. Yeah, because that wouldn't be a fucking waste of time at all. That poll sounds like a waste of time. Right, mate, well, we'll have a look at your poll on college teachers when that comes out. Sick of you, quite frankly.